want all of you. Tell me why the two people next to you shouldn't win. Glenn, you first.
Tori was always just going along with the ride. She never was really into the game. She never had a plan. She just went with what people told her. The only reason she is there is because none of us saw her as a threat at the end, so it would be smart to have her at the end. Roma, first, she doesn't know who you are, along with anyone else before you that was playing the game. She didn't start playing till the merge, which won't air, but I played from the start. Know who all the players were and what needed to get me to the finals. Roma again went along for the ride really till the last plays, and even then she was texting me, "What do I do, Glenn?"
Tori should not win because she played everyone in this game. She made false alliances with all of us at different times, and voted against all of us when she felt pressure from other players. Basically, she was fun to chat with and cute, but you couldn't trust her as far as you wanted to throw her. Besides all that, she never won a challenge, found an idol, or made any exciting game moves. Glenn should not win because Glenn tried to run the game from the start. He immediately jumped on the "we must eliminate the family" campaign because it was so unfair. But then brought in his best friend Selena to play the game. How was that fair? He was such a two-faced player. He used threats and made false promises to get what he wanted. He also tried to play the villain. But he's no evil dick. He's just a dick. I'm surprised he made it through because he talked smack about everyone in the game.
Glenn attacked people. He played a new unethical game and he took things personally. Roma floated and didn't make a move. I am proof that you don't have to play a nasty, unethical game to make it to the finals.
I have already have my mind made up, so none of you guys can say anything that will change my vote. But I would like to say these statements. Roma, Tori, you're a horrible liar and I do not respect your game plan at all. I felt like you floated by and just went who had the power. Glenn, I tried getting you out so many weeks but nobody listened to me. I felt like you played a good game. What I didn't like was you were too bossy. But you had to do what you had to do. Good job.
Question to Glenn. Do you think you deserve to win? Why? Please let me know, bitch, because I have no idea how you made Final 3. I mean, you lied your ass off, but tell me something that you did that was so well played on your part. You were very predictable.
Jennifer, I deserve to win, because I love this game. I have never missed an episode. I live for my nights at the TV dreaming to be on the show. I have auditioned 3 times. It's a dream of mine. I've said it and I'll say it again. You were the strongest player for such a young tuna. I made alliances with you right away. Most of the people that went home were because of your choices at the beginning. You played a strong social game, which made me have to step it up on the social game part. But at one point Joshi had started telling me you were on a mission to get me out with him. You had mentioned you were acting like you were his friend. I didn't know who to trust, so I had to take you out along with him. Q's, I felt like you could go from alliance to alliance. Jennifer, you know I played a strong game and I am a good person, but this game makes you do things that will get you further in the game, and you know that just as much as I do. We all have lied in this game. Tori has lied, and Roma has lied.
Tori, if Kangaroo Jack was still in the game, do you think he will be over at your house some more?
No, I think he would have the days where he normally would come over and that's all. He would probably be plotting to get me out, lol.
Roma, how did you make Final 3 and no one even remembers you?
No one remembers me. Google me, little girl. But maybe you're half right. Everyone forgot to vote me off. Sorry, not sorry. FYI, I was totally #TeamJen, but it was Glenn who convinced me that you had to go because he didn't trust you. I honestly have no beef with you.
I have no questions, just comments. Glenn, you're washed up. Roma, floater. Tori, You look as if you smell of thrift store. That's all.
Who's gonna buy me weed if I vote for you? And why didn't you take me further in the game?
1. You don't need any more weed. However, if you vote for me, I will blow you. 2. You know I tried to keep you in the game. We were tight from jump and stayed that way to the end, even when Glenn and Tori voted you off.
Lol. You were a threat and you spoke to others about getting me out apparently, and also you are a good competitor and I knew I wouldn't win against you in Final 3.
I had an alliance with you, bud, but the week before you voted to have me gone. I couldn't let that happen again. I hope you understand, and we can remain friends, and I have friends in high places that can get you the best of the best weed. Laugh out loud cheers.
What is the sexiest thing about me? And which jury member do you believe should be in the finals and why?
You are just really pretty. Definitely Vince. He played a really good game, and deserved to be in the finals over some people.
Jennifer should be in the finals cause she was so good, and if Vince was there, he would have won, so him too. He played a smart social game. The sexiest thing about you is your hot best friend.
The sexiest thing about you is your eyes. The jury member who should still be in the game is Vince, because he has mad game. But if he was here, he'd probably win, which is why at the end I was forced to vote him off.
What was your biggest game move?
Every week after the merge was a big move to me. I was constantly having to shift alliances to make sure I was always needed for a swing vote. I never let one alliance get too big. It was stressful each week having to pick the right side, and then have them not be mad at me the next week.
Oh, you should know this. Jack came to me to tell me that this was so unfair, that there was all these friends of Jeff and that there was family members. So I thought, what a perfect way to take the heat off my back, and let me start this family against underdogs, and it worked. I grabbed all the people that didn't really know the family members. Along with after Ego left the game, told Jeff that I need a friend too. In came Selena. So creating that got rid of a lot of family players just by being associated with the family, who was really just Sabrina and Chaz as sisters, but I blew it into a much bigger thing than what it really was.
My biggest game move was Glenn Ninagate. I learned from my secret alliance that Glenn was trying to vote me off, so I turned it around by getting everyone to focus on Glenn, Nina, Glenn and Selena. I knew there was no way anyone could come between them or beat them to Final 3 if we didn't destroy that alliance. Chaz and I were worried that Selena would give Glenn her immunity idol. In fact, Chaz said she would, and she did. But it turned out that her loyalty to Glenn bit her in the ass. The minute Selena was gone, Glenn came back to work with me and turned against Adam.
Tell me the one thing you regret or would change in the game, besides watching me hump my chair after I won immunity.
Adam, I should have not have voted you off. I played with my heart and told Roma I would vote her off, when I knew that if I was sitting next to you, you would have not had many votes. I think Roma will win because of this. But when Jeff asked in the tiebreaker why you should stay over Roma, the speeches were like this. Roma's was full of reasons, about 5 minutes long. Yours was like Tori's would be. Didn't really know why. And I couldn't write Roma's name down because she was going out with a fight, and I like a fighter. But I should have played the game without a heart, and kept you in, even though all you wanted was a date with Selena. Laugh out loud.
I regret not getting to know a few of the players a little better. Once you showed up, Adam, you turned out to be a lot of fun. I wish we could have had more of you sooner. I also regret not really reaching out to Iron more. All I know about him is that he's from Michigan and rarely wears a shirt. But I guess it's all part of the game, gravitating toward people you think you can work with and sticking to it.
Regret would have to be not listening to Iron about getting out Glenn earlier.
Tell me 3 reasons why Tori Kangaroo should win.
1. Because she was on Orion, and you were, so let's stick to that plan. 2. She did what people told her, making her a blast to play with, barring. And 3. Nicole Kidman and Naomi Watts are both from Australia. Vince, you know, you out of everyone, should be happy someone like me made it to the end. I did not give up. I did what it took to get me to the final 3, and for you to give your vote to an original Orion tribe that lasts like 4 episodes is just a throwaway vote. You know what it takes to get to the end of one of these games: outwit, outlast, and outplay. And did that, and I did it better than you, except without the jokes. I wish I wasn't so serious, but I take this game serious, and I would be honored to have your vote showing that you know how hard I played the game to get here, and I would honor you the same if you were there at the end, and not give it to players that say going along with others is a way to play the game. Thought's a lie. It's an excuse for a game played bad. I deserve your vote, Vince, out of anyone's, for playing just as good as you.
1. She likes to eat. 2. I like her accent. And 3. She has to put up with Jack.
1. Orion all the way. 2. I played the level head game. And 3. I played my game, not somebody else's.
Well, jury, the power now shifts over to you. One by one you will write.
Hold on, I am not done. Also, if I may, I'd like to add Ace Joshi. Just because I didn't make any gameplay with you doesn't mean I'm a floater. I am not a floater. I played the hell out of this game. I posted on the page and worked with other players hardcore to make it this far. I didn't work with you because, quite frankly, I feel like we are too similar. There's only room for one cunty, witty, sassy queen on this island. I did enjoy your posts and had fun sparring with you though, in Iron. You can only sit and stare at me. You had plenty to say on the Vivid Games page. Why don't you admit that you made a very public attack on me, but it was all a front because in reality you were going for Glenn. I was honest and turned it around and came for you because I felt threatened. If you hadn't been so public about your dislike of me, I would have been willing to work with you. That was a big misstep on your part. You think Glenn played a good game? He was controlling and dishonest. I kept it real the entire time. I didn't make it personal or take it personal. I'm a good gamer. Maybe we can work together in the next one?
Jury, now is the time to lock in your vote to win. Remember, as stated in the contract, you cannot, I repeat cannot, discuss your vote with any other jury members. You may not tell who you voted for. No one. Not even your cat. Please text me your vote for who you want to win the title of Sole Survivor. Good luck, everyone.